Welcome to the Veridion Briefing. I am Sloan Mercer with the Veridion Group. Today is different. This is not an intelligence assessment. There are no threat percentages, no theater rankings, no probability estimates. Today is a statement of principle, and it is one we believe the entire open-source intelligence community needs to hear. We are going to talk about something the Veridion Group will never do, and more importantly, why we will never do it. If you follow open-source intelligence accounts on social media, you have seen it. Carrier strike group movements plotted on maps, aircraft repositioning tracked through transponder data, troop deployment speculation based on commercial satellite imagery, threads analyzing force posture changes and predicting what the United States military is about to do next. Some of these accounts have hundreds of thousands of followers. Some of them produce genuinely impressive technical work, and some of them are putting American lives at risk. The Veridion Group maintains a firm editorial standard. We do not report on, speculate about, or prognosticate impending United States military actions in any publicly available forum. We do not discuss troop deployments. We do not discuss aircraft repositioning. We do not discuss carrier strike group movements. We do not discuss force posture changes, not in the Veridion Briefing, not on our social media, not in any open-source publication we produce. This is a deliberate choice, and I want to explain the reasoning behind it. Let me describe what happens when someone with a large social media following posts a thread about U.S. military movements. The information itself may be derived entirely from open sources: ship tracking databases, commercial satellite imagery, aviation transponder data. All of it publicly available. All of it legal to access. All of it protected by the First Amendment. But here is what most people do not think about. The value of intelligence is not always in the individual data point. It is in the aggregation. A single ship movement means very little by itself. But when someone with analytical skill combines ship movements with aircraft repositioning, overlays that with troop rotation schedules, cross-references it with diplomatic reporting, and publishes a coherent narrative predicting what the United States is about to do in a specific theater, they have just done something that adversarial intelligence services spend enormous resources trying to accomplish. They have confirmed patterns, they have validated assumptions, and they have done it publicly, for free, in a format that anyone on the planet can access in real time. Adversarial nations have intelligence professionals whose entire job is to monitor open-source publications from the United States. They read the same social media threads you do. They follow the same OSINT accounts. And when an American analyst with credibility and technical skill publishes a detailed assessment predicting a specific U.S. military action, that assessment does not just inform a curious public, it informs adversarial decision-making. It helps hostile actors anticipate U.S. movements. It gives them time to prepare, reposition, harden targets, or set ambushes. The people who bear the cost of that are not the analysts posting threads. The people who bear the cost are the servicemen and women executing those operations. Let me be direct about something. I am not questioning anyone's legal right to publish this material. The First Amendment protects that right, and that protection is non-negotiable. But this conversation is about the distinction between rights and responsibilities. The fact that you can do something does not mean you should. The legal question and the ethical question are not the same question. Now, someone watching this might ask a fair question. The Veridion Group publishes forward-looking predictive intelligence products every week. Our Global Terrorism Situation Report uses artificial intelligence, machine learning, statistical modeling, and calibrated probability estimates to forecast where political violence and terrorism are likely to escalate. We publish those predictions openly. How is that different from predicting U.S. military movements? The answer is in the purpose and the consequence. Our terrorism forecasts exist to protect lives. When we publish that, the Middle East is at 85% likelihood of continued elevated violence, or that sub-Saharan Africa's fatality-to-event ratio is the highest on the planet, or that Pakistan's frontier zones are running at double their historical stress ceiling, that information helps corporate security directors protect their people overseas. It helps risk managers make informed decisions about travel, operations, and asset exposure. It helps organizations that operate in dangerous places understand what they are walking into before they walk into it. The predictive capability of our machine learning systems, our live signal monitoring, our historical pattern analysis, all of it is oriented toward one outcome: keeping people safe. Predicting U.S. military movements does the opposite. It does not protect anyone. It exposes the men and women executing those operations to greater risk. It gives adversaries a planning advantage. It potentially compromises strategic initiatives that serve the national interest. The analytical skill required may be similar. The technical sophistication may be comparable. But the consequences point in opposite directions. One protects lives. The other endangers them. That distinction is not subtle, and it should govern editorial decisions in this space. Every person working in open-source intelligence makes choices about what to publish and what to withhold. Those choices reflect values. And the value we have chosen at the Veridion Group is that no article, no social media post, no analytical product, and no engagement metric is worth compromising the safety of the men and women who serve this nation or undermining the strategic initiatives they are executing on our behalf. For clients with a legitimate operational need for more current or forward-looking analysis regarding military or geopolitical developments, we provide that under appropriate agreements through secure channels with proper handling. That is the correct venue for that kind of work. A public social media feed is not. I want to close by speaking directly to others in the open-source intelligence community. The OSINT discipline has grown enormously. The quality of work being produced by independent analysts and small firms is genuinely impressive. Open-source intelligence has demonstrated its value in conflict monitoring, accountability journalism, and public understanding of complex security environments. That work should continue, but the growth of OSINT has also created a culture where the ability to uncover and publish sensitive information is treated as inherently virtuous, where the analyst who reveals the most gets the most followers, where the competitive pressure to be first with a military movement assessment overrides the question of whether publishing that assessment serves any legitimate purpose beyond engagement. I would ask every person producing open-source intelligence content to apply a simple test before publishing analysis related to U.S. military operations. Ask yourself, does publishing this protect lives, or does it potentially endanger them? If your predictive work helps people avoid a terrorist attack, evacuate before a conflict escalates, or make better security decisions, publish it. That is intelligence serving its highest purpose. But if your predictive work reveals what American forces are about to do, where they are going, and when they are likely to act, hold it. That information serves no protective purpose in a public forum. It only creates risk for the people executing the mission. The men and women serving in uniform did not consent to having their operational security degraded by analysts competing for social media engagement. They deserve better from us. We can do sophisticated, forward-looking, predictive analytical work that saves lives without doing work that costs them. Our allegiance at the Veridion Group is to the United States, to the security of its personnel abroad, and to the professional standards of the intelligence discipline. We hold those commitments above engagement metrics. We encourage others to consider the same standard, not because it is required, because it is right. That is the Veridion Briefing for today. I am Sloan Mercer with the Veridion Group. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay responsible. I will see you next week.